Hello beautifuls, welcome back to my channel. It is wonderful to be seen by your light today. I just want to sit and chat with you guys with this beautiful pomegranate tree and just be really present with what is here and now. And I feel as though, for all of us, we have been experiencing a lot of change, a lot of transition and transformation within and without in our lives. There's so much new life being birthed right now, and there's a lot of resistance that we may also be feeling to this new life that is being birthed. And I just wanted to chat with you guys about a few things that really have to do with our overall experience here on earth, like why we are here on earth. It's really about these in-between moments. And that sounds like, yeah, what about all the highs and the lows? But that is the in-between. This presence is just here and now, right? There is no destination, there is no necessarily journey. It's just here and what we observe here and now. And I feel like the big message here, besides opening ourselves up to not necessarily resist the transition and the movement within our lives and within our beings and within our evolution in general, but is also to tune into the unknown, tuning into that frequency and allowing that to be comfortable. Because right now, for some of us, we are literally resisting being comfortable within the unknown. And those of us that are like there and we're like, yes, like this is easy for me, beautiful, wonderful. Now it's time to stay open as possible. And within these in-between moments, it is just life. This is like why we are here. These are these moments where we can tune into, sure, this vision of everything in space, time, dimension, reality, everything all here and now. But then with that awareness and that perception that we do have and that we do have access to, we can really allow ourselves to then let it go, to then know that it is real and know that it is already here, and know that we don't necessarily need to try and control or do anything drastic in order to make it happen, unless you feel called to actually take that aligned and honored action for yourself. So what I'm really trying to express here is that it's important to have this trust, but it's also important to have patience. It's important to remember that within these in-between where we feel like we're waiting for things, that you are worth the wait, that your soul, your evolution, this experience, this person, whatever it is that is really just being manifested or trying to be manifested within your life is worth this period, right? And it's not a destination that you're going to get to at all. It is really just an opening. An opening. And a lot of the time within working on manifesting in any way, we can close ourselves up and really tune into this more rigid way of seeing and viewing, because we have this gift of vision and sight, right? This gift of just being able to feel everything here and now and then not see it reflected back in our reality. We can get really drawn into this more victim state of the universe rather than just seeing that we are actually a co-creator with the universe, right? Not that we are just the creator or that we are the victim of, but that we are a co-creator. So here we are with this resistance, holding on tight to this possibility and wondering when it's going to happen and saying that I've been doing everything right. Obviously, you're holding on too tight to this possibility of something coming in and not really leaving room for any other possibility that is here and now that could possibly be even better than what you could ever imagine. It's like saying, here's my best case scenario. This is the only best case scenario that needs to happen. Instead of thinking, that the universe has a hand at this, that there is this divine plan and manner and way of things that go, and this divine timing, and seeing that, oh, there's another best case scenario over here that's actually better, but your palm's closed and we can't let any light in and no work can be really done here. So you're just going to be met with resistance and things that aren't going your way, or things that keep getting rescheduled, and whatever it may be that's been going on within your life that you feel like is literally against you. It's going to pull you down deeper into trusting the ego rather than trusting the universe. So with all of that being said, now's the time for us to loosen that grip, to just allow ourselves to be in the in-between, to just allow ourselves to be present. It's like, okay, yeah, being present, super simple, but hey, during this time right now of experiencing all these transitions and this rebirth and just so much change and so much uncertainty, all we have is now. How can we possibly begin controlling and saying, if we do this, then this is going to happen? Sure, we can have that level of trust in ourselves, but we need to have that level of trust in the universe. And that's what we're being asked to do, is to just open and see how this opening literally dissolves resistance. It dissolves fear. It dissolves everything that is not meant to be in your path. And this is something that I'm really turning into during this time and like really integrating within my being. I've been journaling so much on just trust and allowing myself to see the lessons and the gifts and the gratitude and remembering that, because when we tune back into the stories and start believing and trusting in the ego, we have to make that climb back up. And it's worth it. You're worth it. You're worth the climb. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you more resilient. It's going to make you more powerful and just so much more radiant in general. Because when we're allowing ourselves to follow those stories, when we're allowing ourselves to just see people as mistakes, when we're allowing ourselves to push away unintentionally because we're rigid, we're not opening ourselves up to the universe actually being a part of our lives. So just something to think about and something to tune into, to see that, yeah, we're not necessarily meant to know anything at all. You're meant to be in this childlike state, curious, innocent, pure, completely just like, I don't know. I don't freaking know what's going on. I don't know what's gonna come, but I know I have this feeling within me, and I can trust and I can dream. And I can allow this experience here and now to be as beautiful as the one that I can dream up in my mind. Because it's all the same. There is no barrier unless you create that barrier for yourself. Everything is occurring right now. How can you use that to your advantage? By being more present, breathing more, allowing yourself to let things change around you, knowing that there has to be change in order for you to evolve and grow completely. And things around you need to change as well. This is a big one, is just not tuning into this needing to be in this consistency, because that's that rigid, closed-minded way of thinking and being. Instead, just opening your palms and being like, okay, what's the possibility of this being completely different but still being in my life? What's the possibility of me just surrendering here in a way that I can allow myself to trust and be patient and know that everything is just worth just that 1 second of being present? Because that's all you need to do and be here and now. And it's a matter of you choosing your highest frequency, choosing what feels good for you in each moment. And it doesn't happen when we're closed and when we're listening to the stories of the ego and these traumas in our subconscious as well. And this is the key, you guys. Just really being present to feel everything that's coming up, but being so present that you can continue to choose what is right and true for you. It's time to just remember to be open to these moments, open to the possibilities, open to just endless, limitless, eternal states of being and of living overall. And this is something that I'm really integrating. It's definitely been a shadow of mine, feeling as though I need to control things in order for them to happen, completely forgetting that the universe is at work here. And that's just a lack of trust. And that's where we can begin cultivating that relationship deeper and deeper and deeper. And a way that I've been doing this, not only journaling, but talking out loud, being out in nature, and remembering to just honor not only the earth, but honor the universe and all of my guides. And yeah, and also just writing down, I have 9 affirmations actually that I'm writing down every single night to remind me, and I've been listening to affirmations during the night and allowing myself to get in that state of remembrance, creating something stable within my life, because of all this change that I'm feeling within myself, creating a practice that's stable for you, and writing those affirmations before bed, lighting a candle, speaking into my water, praying, giving love, smudging during the night is one of them. And also just going outside in the morning, whether I do yoga, whether I take care of the garden or take the dogs for a walk, just something stable for you. That's been really, really, really helpful for me, just being able to have that stability that is also just raising me up and reminding me of what is true and what it is that I am embodying, what it is that I choose here and now, but also just allowing myself to open up and remember that there is that shadow there that's going to say, okay, I'm going to go do this so I can take charge of my life. And it's like, okay, well, my life is not only in my hands, and it's not something that I need to create this divine story or anything like that. Like, it's literally just experience. So that's all I need to do is experience. And I feel like it's that moment when we completely forget, like, all of these practices that we're doing, there's a moment that it just becomes second nature. We forget everything, and it just is. We just are. So thinking that you're going to be somewhere and you're going to realize, oh, I'm there, only happens when you reflect back. So reflect back. If you want that feeling of being like, I accomplished something, reflect back on your life and what you've been through in these past couple years, okay? Reflect back and see the lessons and see how much you've grown, okay? See the gifts and the beauty and appreciate what it is that you've been through, because that's the only way that we're going to really feel that feeling. When we get to a certain stage within our life, we have forgotten. We really have. It just becomes us. It's natural. We're embodied. We're integrated. So enjoying this in between here and now and allowing yourself to continue. Like, don't stop. Don't give up. Remember, it is real. It is real, and it's as simple as just being here. Being here fully so that you can recognize what it is that you are choosing. And I feel like there's a moment, when you just recognize and see that there's so many different possibilities, and recognizing that you don't necessarily need to see so much. Sometimes we just are unable to see certain best case scenarios, certain possibilities, because they are just so much like this frequency that we can't even touch right now, because that's where we're going. Like, you're not meant to just see everything that's meant to happen and then just need to jump there. Just some things you are not meant to see here and now, and that really encourages us to further be even more present with what is alive within us, what is alive around us, and what it is that we're going to choose, whether we are going to stay closed or open. The more open that you can be in your healing, the more open that you can be in your transition, in your protection, everything just open. So just trusting that this in between, these moments that we have where we are called to just be here, okay, for a second, and let us hold you, let yourself be held, let yourself be a part of this divine plan, let yourself be a part of something bigger than yourself. Remember and focus on yourself, focus on your relation to others, focus on your connection to others and yourself and the universe and the earth. Allow yourself to reflect on the gifts and the beauty that you have really taken from any experiences and anything that has happened within this time. This is all strength. These are all gifts that you have received, okay? Everyone is redeemable. These mistakes are just mistakes. It depends on whether or not you are going to take that mistake, turn it into a lesson and a gift and strength, or you're going to see that as just a mistake and just close off and not let it really just journey through this path that it's meant to. Okay, so it's up to you. It's up to you whether you are ready to be open. And if you're watching this, of course you are. Of course you're ready to be open. This is easy for you. This is simple for you. Okay, this is natural for you to open yourself up. So just know that you are strong. Continue being you. Continue allowing yourself to do what it is that you need to do for yourself during this time of change. Okay, allow yourself to reflect back. Allow yourself to just be. Allow yourself to remember that, okay, I don't need to control this. What happens if I just stop worrying about it? What happens if I just let it go? What happens if I just let myself be here? What happens? Just experiencing that for yourself and seeing how you can just focus on the here and now. Keep it that simple. Keep it that simple. I know I will be. And yeah, I just appreciate you all for sitting with me and chatting with me. This really does help me work through a lot within my own life, and I hope it helps you all as well and inspires you all to just continue moving forward, to continue keeping it simple and creating a little bit of stability within your life. So with all of this being said, with all of this change going on, I just wanted to share a few things that I am shifting within just my life overall and here on YouTube that is only going to affect you guys. Is that I feel so much more alive, and I just feel so much more fueled when I teach yoga live and virtually online. So when I'm actually live with people or just virtually with people, I love it so much more than just recording a video and posting it up on YouTube. So this was something that, like, it literally, guys, it took me so long because I was like, I want to do yoga videos for them, but like recording it and then doing the audio, and it was just a lot, and I felt just really drained by it, and I really honor you all so deeply. So I am really just going to follow what feels good to me and still allow anyone that wants to join my classes online. You can actually just join my newsletter if you want to be the first to know when I have these classes and also receive a discount on these classes. I will be offering some for free, obviously. I might do like some live on here. But overall, yeah, I don't want to record them anymore. I'd rather just either be in person or just be with you guys here live in person and do a yin yoga class with light language, or just a yin yoga class themed, or a morning practice. I'll still be sharing spiritual practices as I feel called, a lot with like pranayama and any intuitive movement, but I'm not going to do like full length yoga classes or anything like that because it's not the vibe, and I've been trying to stay consistent, and it's just not worth it if I'm not feeling it, you know. And I know it's going to be reflected back to you guys too, and it's like I want to you know, offer you something that fuels me and can also fuel you. So this is just that synergy and that harmonization that I am creating. I still want to do light language, obviously, so I'm still going to be doing light language, still going to be doing light language meditations and activations, some guided meditations, whatever kind of comes. And you guys can always just let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, and we can just chat about them. And I'm just shifting up how I'm doing my videos because I was feeling really stagnant in that place, and I wasn't feeling super inspired to just like pull out the camera and chat. And I realized that why don't I just do what I do on my own and share that with you guys, and allow that to be kind of like our time to, whether it be journal or talk about a few topics at once, or just flow on what is here and real and present with us here and now. I think that is gonna be a lot more helpful than me just going down a list of topics and channeling information, because what I'm doing here and now and just talking with you guys about, you know, staying open, about tuning into this the unknown and being in that space and being present and allowing ourselves to have that patience, you know, and really reframing the word wait and waiting and in between in this period that we're in, within this change. It's really just this time where I'm allowing myself to just work things out in my own head by speaking. I learned so much just by speaking, and I hope you guys do too. So that's what I'm going to really just be focusing on. I want to be sharing just so much more of my authenticity and what really assists me, and just let it be here for all of you to be inspiration and be a source of deep remembrance for your souls and for your being during this time, and just keeping spirituality really simple. I don't want to take like topics like shadow work and just make that like one video. I'd rather like talk about, you know, a little bit more of the specifics of what we're really going through, you know, and how to really like talk it through, and just some realizations and some things that can really just shift the way that we're thinking and the way that we're being, and allowing it to be so much more embodied and integrated and just authentic. So that's something that I am going to be working on. I literally am just going to be going with the flow, and there was this resistance. I was closed off because I wanted to be consistent for you guys, but as soon as I allowed myself to open up, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my YouTube channel. Like, I can do whatever the fuck I want with it, you know? Like, I can really do whatever I want and allow it to be just really inspiring for me and for all of you. So I hope that this was helpful in some way. Please do let me know in the comments down below if you have any, you know, stable practices that have been helping you through so much change and so much unknown, to really just tune into your own trust and presence and patience within your life. Please do let everyone know in the comments down below. I really want to allow the comments to just be a space of inspiration, a space where we could just go and see not only all of this love, but also just a lot of resources for people during this time. Because yeah, it's just good to be able to experiment and explore, especially as we're changing. I mean, that's what I'm doing with my YouTube channel. Like, I'm just going to be kind of experimenting and exploring with what it is that feels good, and then just sticking with some things for a while and then changing and just allowing it to flow, really just completely loosening the grip. So whatever you have to share in the comments down below, please do. It really assists us as a community, and just pressing the like button, you guys, really just assists my channel so that more people can really experience all of this love that we have cultivated here. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I am sending you all so much love. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for encouraging me to continually just go with the flow, even though I was like creating this consistency rigid structure that I thought I needed. But no, we don't. We don't necessarily need that. So I just want to thank you guys so deeply for being here with me overall. I feel like I say that a lot, but I never say it enough. So thank you for being here with me. I send you so much love. I will see you guys next week for another video.